Seneca Hampton. Where you at, boss?
All right, welcome back, Greyhound Nation, to another week of the Big Game Breakdown, powered by Bingo Media. We're coming to you live from Knuckleheads in downtown Ocean Springs, where the food, the energy, and the Greyhound pride is always strong. Tonight's show is brought to you by our proud sponsor, Singing River Connect, connecting you with the fastest fiber internet on the coast. Unique Collision, where they take care of you and your ride like family. Lady May Boutique, keeping you looking sharp on and off the field. Glory Bound Gyro Company, bringing the flavor to the Greyhound Neck. Gyro? I mess that up every time. Country? And our last one is the Garage, your spot for live music, cold drinks, and community. And you can join us Thursday at 12 o'clock for our coaches luncheon, where they'll give out the Players of the Week award. The athletic director, Keith Carter, will tell you what's been going on with all the other athletics around the Greyhound Nation. And normally be a guest coach from the programs and the school to come and talk. But
yeah, that's noon every Thursday at the Garage.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Every Thursday, 12 o'clock. The food is good. All right, so big shout-out once again to all our sponsors for making this show possible every single week. We couldn't do it without you. Now, Coach, let's dive right in. Last Friday night, the Greyhounds was at home and picked up a huge region win against the Biloxi Indians on homecoming. That was a statement game. What did you see from your guys that stood out the most?
The dedication to not letting distractions, come into play when it came to our what we had to do on Friday night. It was a long week of how Ocean Springs does it. There's going to be a big show throughout the week as far as what they're doing at school, the homecoming parades, the dances, the show prior to the game, your pregame warm-up. We're down to the minute on it and getting off the field at 6:15 and having 45 minutes prior to the game, just not letting any distractions getting in the way. And, felt not real great about it. Monday, Tuesday had okay practices compared to what we had done in the past. And, come out there Wednesday and those guys are locked in, and challenge those guys to be locked in throughout the week. And they responded on Friday. It was come out and to start fast on offense, start fast on defense, execute really well on special teams. And, you saw what happened in the first half. Right. And really proud of those guys for how they handled a homecoming week against a good opponent. Everybody would like to play a homecoming week against somebody that is a for sure victory. Biloxi was not a for sure victory. They're very talented. They're really good on defense, and defense coordinator does a great job. And then quarterback's a great player, got a ton of athletes, and that was not one of those homecoming for sure win type of ball games. But they came in locked in on Friday, and they were ready to roll. And it was kind of one of those feels at pregame warm-ups where this is one of those teams that I can tell within the first 5 minutes of pregame if we're locked in or not, and they were locked in. They were ready to go.
Yeah. Coach, the offense was clicking early in the first half. What was the game plan coming in, and how well do you feel the guys executed it?
Well, one, establish a run game. Wanted to establish a run game early, and a lot of our run game deals with RPOs, and they handled the RPO game well and came out and drove the ball, running the football first, and then you hit a couple big RPOs and big plays that puts you in position to sit there and pound it in. And we got two great backs that can do that. And Chalmers done a great job running the offense, but the offensive line sets the tone, and then the receivers do their job when they need to. We like to throw the ball a little bit more and help those guys out and get them a few more catches, absolutely. But when you don't need to, I mean, obviously the run game is what's going to win ball games. So Lanny Solo and the offensive line did a fantastic job, and then you credit the receivers for, one, the blocking downfield, but then the RPO game opens up the run game. When you hit those big plays on the RPO game, you get those backers that have to cover people instead of fitting on a run. And you know, we're playing as 11 offensively, and then on defense, they're creating havoc over there. They're doing a great job. Negative plays, turnovers, you may pick up a couple first downs, drive down the field, get in the red zone. They'll back you right up, create a turnover right there at the goal line that we'll see on film later, and have done a great job of holding people out for a long time, letting the offense get going, create some separation. Very proud of those guys on that side of the ball.
Most definitely. On defense, we saw some big stops and turnovers. What impressed you about your unit's ability to step up in key moments?
Our defense revolves around those outside linebackers, Jacoby and Brody, and they're doing a good job, one, of getting everybody lined up, making sure everybody's got the formation calls. And I don't want to leave Gabe out. Gabe Berger in the middle of the defense is doing the same thing, but whenever you can bend but not break, especially whenever we're letting people drive down and we're down 2 defensive linemen, and then after the first quarter we're down 3 defensive linemen, and it's a tough ball game to play in 7A no matter who you're playing. Whenever you're very thin on the D line and you're down to your 2s and 3s on the depth chart, but they came out there, they did a great job, did their job, and didn't try to overdo anything. And those guys making sure everybody's lined up and just making sure everything's communicated, and then getting after the guy carrying the football too. They didn't have a big game rushing. I think they had like 180, right at 200 yards total offense. And you know, our defense has been playing great this year. Outside of the Picayune game, everybody's been 17 points or less. And if me as a head coach, if you're giving up 17 points or less, we should win ball games.
Oh, definitely, especially when you got a strong run game to go behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't give enough credit to those guys. Our defensive staff as well, of going in. You're down Kagan, you're down Coben, Peyton and Jax, who've been rolling in and starting and doing things, but you're down rollers, you're down starters, and then Cannon comes in the first quarter and is an absolute maniac in the first quarter.
It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, it's 5 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 drives, and then he's right back out again, and you're back to square one. And that's, I mean, I couldn't imagine offensively if we're down all of our starters on the offensive line. It's a tough thing to come over, and our defensive staff has done a fantastic job of revolving around what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, trying to corral everything to what our strengths can be defensively. And Aiden Watson and Jacoby and Eli and Brody and Gabe, and then you see Santiago and Bird stepping up as sophomores, and our corners always do a fantastic job. It's just they just figure it out. Yeah. They figure it out, and that's part of being a good unit is no matter what comes up, we figure that thing out, and we make it happen.
Most definitely. Let's talk about your special teams unit. They came up strong again. Peyton Williams with another successful onside kick, and that was recovered by Sherrod Whitehead. How much pride do you take in seeing those hustle plays and momentum swings?
Well, one, special teams is a big thing for us, and it has been Ocean Springs for a long time. They've historically always had great kickers, but we got 2 great kickers right now. We have versatility on special teams. Coach Collins does a great job with designing different looks, presenting different problems on the special team aspect of the game, and Peyton had a great game. I mean, he was 4 or 5 with touchbacks. The one kickoff he had that wasn't a touchback, he kicked to the moon, and we're at the 20 before he ever catches the ball. and then all the onside kicks the last 2 weeks. You have the one we recovered this week, and we're 1 for 1. We were 2 for 3 the week before, and mentioned Sherrod on that because he's recovered 2 of the 3 we've recovered. They're our 2 special teams player of the week. I mean, that was a phenomenal effort by Sherrod, one, keeping that thing in bounds and then recovering it, and Peyton is getting so good at picking his guy and picking his side, and he can kick it either direction. And kick it in the middle. He can punch it anywhere he wants to. He's just become a weapon on the kickoff team.
Yeah. The special team unit they're a fun group to be around. They have their coach personality to go with it.
And I'm only talking about kickoff right now. Your PATs have been 100% the last 2 weeks, which I'm very proud of. I mean, that was a big goal for us, is being 100% on PAT in the last 2 weeks. We're 12 for 12 on PATs and 1 for 1 on field goals, and then our punt team's done a phenomenal job. Our punt return team's done a great job. It's just been a all-around good unit of football for us.
Yeah. Every region game matters.
Yeah.
How important is it for this group to come out and handle business against a rival like Biloxi, long-time rival?
Well, we talk about being 1-0 every week, but it was more emphasized this week of every team in the state is 0-0, regardless of the record and regardless of non-region play. Yes, non-region play sharpens a sword or whatever you want to call it. Like you're figuring out who your team is. Well, Biloxi played a tough non-region schedule, and they came into the ball game 1-3, but. Yeah. I was like, guys, this is a good football team. Yeah. I was like, this is no different from when we went in D'Iberville last year, 1-4 coming out of non-region play, and everybody thought that we were, we're not the same OS. We're not this. We're not that. We can't.
Kickballing and all that.
Yeah, we play too much kickball over here, but I was like, it's the same exact thing. I was like, all you seniors, all you juniors know exactly what it's like to be in their position and still know you're a good football team.
Right.
I was like, that they should not sweat being 1-3 at all.
No.
And coming over here, they're 0-0. I mean, we're fighting for a 1 seed in the playoffs, and whoever comes out of here with the loss is 0-1, regardless. Yeah. I mean, regardless of if you're 4-1 or 2-3 or whatever it is, the loser is 0-1.
Yeah.
And you have a long road to hoe, and they came out and they handled business.
Yeah, they did. Looking at the bigger picture, what's the message you gave the team after a win like this as you turn toward to week 6 and another formidable opponent in the Gulfport Admirals?
Sleep good and enjoy it because we got work to do. I mean, it's everybody can see as well as I can. I mean, there's work to be had as far as execution and what we're doing defensively, what we're doing offensively, special teams as well. And, I mean, it's the same message every week. One is being 1-0, and then 2, you got a great football team coming into your place, and you're not going to play in your place for another month.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 2 back-to-back, and we're fortunate to have it, but we got to take care of business this week. Right. And it's a 1-0 mindset, but at the same time, they know where Gulfport stands in this region.
Right.
They know that's a really, really good football team. They're a really well-coached football team, and they're coming for some get-backs.
Yes,
they ran this region for 3, 4, 5 years and did the same little stretch that we're on right now, and they're coming to establish their place in the region. And we know that we're getting everybody's best shot. That's not unbeknownst to anybody, coaches, players, everybody knows it. And they came in Monday with the mentality that I hadn't seen this year, and I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, they know what type of week this is. I think everybody get right now. I think they got that get right mentality. They're in district. They don't want to get surprised.
I hate to say that they weren't like that against Biloxi, but it's high school football players. It's homecoming. It's all the extracurriculars that come with it. And I feel like they'd have handled Biloxi the same exact way had it been another week. And then they come out on Friday. They handled it anyway.
Yeah.
But our last 2 practices have been phenomenal, and whatever you want to call it, it scares me one way or scares me the other. I'm never going to be happy with how things are going because if we have bad practices, I'm like, well, I'm worried about that. If we have good practices, we had too good of a practice. Like we're not going to show up on Friday, but
you will start a practice over.
Yeah,
if it ain't going to your liking, blow the whistle, start all over. We're gonna do it all over.
We got all night, baby. We got all night.
Turn the lights on.
They'll let us turn the lights on. They give me a key to it, but no, they've had 2 phenomenal practices. We mixed it up a little bit and had a little honky tonk Tuesday out there and bust out the 90s country playlist and everybody's vibing pretty good and it was a great practice today.
It most definitely was. All right, Coach, that was another big region win in the books. The Greyhounds are rolling, and the energy is high heading into Week 6. Appreciate you breaking that one down for us tonight. We're going to keep things moving here on the Big Game Breakdown. Before we head over into our Players of the Week, you want to harp on our Players of the Week for this week?
Eli Chenault, who he didn't play last year. He played in our spring game and don't let me get my years mixed up. He played in our spring game in 2024, had some things happen, did not play his junior year. And he calls me in December after we get done playing last year in South State, and he's like, Coach, he goes, I handled things I need to handle. I'd really like to come back. And I was like, Eli, everybody in the school knows my rule. You come back, and I let you come back. No matter what happens, I don't care if it's February, you decide to quit again, I ain't letting you go till next December. Like you'll be a water boy, you'll be a manager, you'll help do something, whatever. Like you're not allowed to leave again if you come back. And he said, that's fair. I'm in. And comes back, earns a starting spot, and has been absolutely phenomenal playing that safety position.
Yes.
Whether it be in pass coverage, whether it be rolling down and playing in a run game, has done a great job. He forced 2 turnovers this past week, had 4 or 5 tackles go along with it, and then graded out really high at the safety position. He's done a great job, and he's a hard worker. He's a smart kid. He doesn't miss. He is everything that you don't see in usually a kid that you let back on a team. He is. I couldn't be more proud of Eli.
That's good. Shout out to Eli.
Eli's number 19, and you'll see him on the back end of our defense. And I say he's undersized. He's tall, but he's lean. But he makes up for it in attitude and some grit. And very proud of him and how he's gelled back with this team. And nobody has any sore feelings towards him, towards what he had to deal with. But he went and dealt with his stuff, and then he came back even stronger. So very proud of him for that. And then Laney Waltman has had 2 weeks back-to-back where he has been that guy. Yeah. He's been that guy. His first 3 touches Friday night were 3 touchdowns. And from 5 yards out, I think 12 yards out, and then 25 yards out. Like the first 3 times he touched the ball, he found the end zone. And he's just been a dude lately. Like I told you last week, we challenged his physicality a little bit on the Picayune week, and he came out and had the game that he had. I think it's 2 touchdowns and 100-ish yards, and then comes out with the next week for 3 touchdowns and right at 100 yards. And I mean, him and Solo together, that's the best friend for each one of them because
they don't even know it.
You can't key on one of them. But that's the best weapon each one of them has is having that guy standing beside him. And Lanny had a great week. Solo did as well. Solo just didn't get in the end zone 3 times. And Solo had more yards. Yeah. And it was
the run game.
Yeah, it was a run game. But Lanny's running with some bad intentions right now, and I really like it. Yeah. And he is playing for one thing, and that's to come out on top on the scoreboard. And I mean, you can't ask for more than that out of a high school player. That's that one guy that right before the game is like, Coach, he goes, I know you got a lot going on. You're stressed out. You got a kid, and you're worried about us being focused. He goes, I will not let you down. I got you. I will not let you down. He came out and he did it.
Man, shout out to the Lane train. All right, Coach. Who? Let's talk. Have we talked about our special team players of the week?
Yeah, we talked about Peyton and Sherrod,
Peyton
but
and Sherrod, okay.
Peyton was 4 or 5 on touchbacks, and then had the onside kick to go along with it. And then he's also our holder on our PATs. Scooped up a low snap, made sure we got down, got through the uprights, and then Sherrod's covered 2 onside kicks the last 2 weeks. One of them being very easy against Picayune, and then against Biloxi. That was the most impressive onside kick recovery I've ever seen. He one-hands it as it's going out of bounds, flips it back in the field of play, then recovers it. And I'm sure he thought that he continued to return it, which you can't in high school football, but he was about to go score a touchdown.
He was. Seen him make a football move. It was too funny, man. So, all right, before we go into that, we're going to go inside the huddle with Coach Bramlett so we can go over these impact game-changing plays from this Week 5 matchup against the Biloxi Indians. Take it away, Hunter.
All right, going to start out. I, don't want to blast anybody by saying this, but our first play of the game was a play that we'd drawn up, not drawn up, but thought that would be good to start the game with a little RPO game, and we end up getting a penalty on it for illegal touching, saying that we had covered up the number 3 receiver. And just wanted to point out that, that you saw that I was very mad about, and I usually don't get very mad at officials. I'm like, guys, we have run 297 plays this year, and we've not covered up tight end a single time, which we didn't hear. But do a great job. Chalmers in the re-game won. Offensive line staying within the 3-yard buffer zone we got, then making a throw to the big tight end, picking up 12 yards. Ends up getting called back with a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down, which, I hate that for these kids because, they work real hard at what they do, and then for whatever reason, I don't know, we get that penalty called, but, great job by Chalmers right there, great job by Solo in the offensive line, and then Hayden making a big-time catch. Later that drive, we get down to the 4-yard line. And this is just Lanny trusting his O-line. Give up the middle. They got a loaded box. We're making sure we block the interior, knowing how Lanny runs the ball. And one thing I want to highlight right here is Cohen Myers. He's our center. And the intensity, he knows he's on a solo block with a big nose guard. And he's getting a push. He keeps fighting. Laney gets behind his pads, behind Cohen, and he pushes it all the way to the end zone. It looks like it has stopped right there at the 4-yard line, but Laney finds Cohen. Him and Cohen push that thing all the way into the end zone. First touchdown of the night. Great job by those two. I usually wouldn't show a play action on this thing, but you've shown it enough throughout all your YouTube stuff this week. But, no, it's kind of a one-off. I mean, we set it up earlier in the game with a little run we had, and good play action right here. Want to credit Chalmers because this should have been picked up, but he stands in the pocket. He knows he's got a free runner. We get Ian behind the defense, and he delivers a great ball. He delivers a great ball to Ian for a touchdown. Ian does a phenomenal job of setting up his crack seam, delivers the ball, and then he makes a great catch at the end with 3 people underneath him, making sure that we come down with that thing, set up for the second score of the game. Make sure we're in the right place. All right, here we go. This is, I talked about Brody and Jacoby being the heartbeat of our defense a little bit. They're playing outside linebackers. Here's Jacoby and Brody reads this thing out. He knows from film study what's coming. Get a little eye candy right there, and he just tattoos his running back. And he is out there doing exactly what I asked and setting a tone on defense. He's like, if you run here and I'm unblocked, you're going to get punished for it. And Brody has played one phenomenal this year. And if he didn't get lit up by Brody, Jacoby's coming right behind him. as you can see right there, to do the same thing, but setting a tone on the defensive side and letting them know how the run game is going to go. This is right before the half. I think there's 7 minutes. 7 minutes left in the half. Get down there. It's 4th and goal. Run a little double pass. Defense does a great job of being disciplined and staying with their receivers. And also a great call by Coach Carmody, just being in zone coverage down here. And then you see, just people flying to the ball. You see Aiden Watson right there. Eli's in his face. He's forcing the throw. They won't throw a double pass. You got Aiden underneath. There's your two safeties making big plays with EJ and Berger also being in coverage as well, just not being fooled by any trick plays, having a good return out, ensuing drive, get the ball out to Sherrod pretty quick. Ian does a great job blocking. That's something Ian's done. That's what got him on the field as a sophomore, and he hadn't let it go yet. And his job right here is blocking most dangerous. You see him look at the safety. All right, Sherrod can outrun him. Let me take this one and let Sherrod get to the sideline, do what Sherrod does. That's two guys who played together for a long time and are able to make these type of things happen on a very simple play call. And the very next play, you hand it to Lanny right there. He gets behind the big O line again, and there he goes. Lanny did that all night, and this was a very easy run for Lanny. There's not many runs where Lanny goes untouched. He's usually looking for contact, and he gets behind that O line and gets a nice, easy little 20-yard sprint to the end zone. But not nice and simple tonight. Not many plays, but that you saw the offensive execution right there. They came out ready to play, and then you saw defense setting the tone. Yeah. And when defense sets a tone like that, and we make sure we're doing what we're doing on the offense side of the ball as well, those two things marry together, and we have a great night.
Oh, definitely. It was a good night, homecoming night.
You called it boring on your show now.
I did. It was boring, man. It just you got to think, I was spoiled from last week, man. It was a lot of exciting plays from last week.
I got a kickball in my bathroom. If we need to pull it out next week, we can.
A little 7-on-7, all that, man. Shout out to Rob Thompson, man.
We don't do 7-on-7.
Well, Rob said we were.
Real football.
Man, Rob said we were playing 7-on-7, kickball.
He said we was hiding.
It was hiding, We ain't hard to find, though. Shout out to Rob. All right, we're going to keep things moving along here on the Big Game Breakdown. Up next is our Players of the Week, where we sit down with a couple of our Players of the Week. We had Laney Waldman. We had Eli Chenault. And we didn't get the special teams guy because they never stick around, man. So
hey, I told them to. That's on you.
Yeah, that's them. They don't want to shine. They don't got to have it.
Hey, they get their little Facebook post with their Canes card. They happy with that.
They good. They ready to go get that meal that they got. All right, so let's get to know them off the field, and let's take it over to Hunter, and let's get to our players of the game. And we're gonna highlight.
This is Chase Bramlett of Bingo Media here with Senior Spotlight Player of the Week, Brian Scrimetti. Brian, what does wearing a Greyhound jersey mean to you as a senior?
It means a lot, getting to go out there and play in front of a bunch of people, like all my friends and family and stuff.
So far, I know it's your first year. What's your favorite memory so far as being a Greyhound?
Probably the onside kick against Pickey, definitely.
Now, you made a name for yourself on special teams, having hustle plays, onside kick, like you just said. What's your biggest goal to continue doing that?
Just have fun. Everything I'm doing this year, I get to do for the first time. So no regrets. Just go out there, give it my all. A lot of effort each play.
Now, so far, what is one lesson you have learned from being with the football team?
Yeah, it's about showing up every day. The coaches do a good job of running us through a system that helps us get better, and so just showing up every day, putting in work.
All right, now final question. If you could line up on the ball at any position on offense for one play next week, what position would you go at?
Probably QB.
All right. This is Chase Spring with Brian Scrimetti signing. This is Chase Spring with Bingo Media here with Eli Chenault, Defensive Player of the Week. Eli, you had a strong performance last week. Just what was your mindset into going into last Friday's matchup?
I would just say my mindset was just do what I need to do, play my position right, and yeah.
So last week, 4 tackles, interception, and also a fumble recovery. Just how do you feel about your performance last week?
I feel good, I have a hiccup every now and then, but you just got to shake that off. Just keep going, finish the game.
Now your defense as a whole only allowed 6 points. That's a really good showing. Just what do y'all plan to do to continue to do that?
These boys come out here to practice every day, give it their all, pay attention all practice, and we're just going to keep trying to do that all year.
Now, who on the defensive unit would you say pushes y'all the most? And maybe just like for y'all as a safety group, who would you say pushes y'all the most?
Specific player, I would probably say Brody or Jacoby. They're always pushing us.
All right, now finally, who would you say is the hardest hitter on the team?
Probably Brody. If I had to pick one, I'd say Brody.
Appreciate it, Eli. This is Chase Spring with Bingo Media signing off with Eli. This is Chase Spring with Bingo Media here with Gabe Virgo, senior linebacker, who has gotten senior spotlight today. Gabe, you've been playing football for a long time. Just how did you get into this game?
I mean, I guess I kind of always grew up playing football in the backyard and stuff, so I just always wanted to play football, being around people, playing peewee and stuff.
What's your favorite memory as a Greyhound?
My favorite memory as a Greyhound, probably last year, beating Northwest Rankin the last minutes.
Now, what does wearing the Greyhound jersey mean to you as a senior?
As a senior, I mean, just show the young ones like what to do and stuff. I mean, I feel like they're kind of inexperienced, so just try to coach them up the best I can. Because I feel like when I was a sophomore or freshman, I had a good group of seniors, so just trying to inspire them.
All right, last question for you. What is your favorite pregame song?
I can't answer that one.
Who's your favorite
It's like
singer?
Secret Night. I can't think it, so it's okay.
All right, this is Chase Spring with Gabe Virgo signing off. This is Chase Spring with Bingo Media here with Jeremiah Goldman. Jeremiah, when did you start playing football, and then when did you fall in love with the game?
I started playing football when I was in 4th grade. I really fell in love with the sport once I became good in about 7th or 8th grade.
Now, what is being part of the senior class this year mean to you?
It means a lot to me. This class is a great class. I love the team. I love the energy that we bring. And I feel like we're going to have really great leadership.
Now, as a senior, what role do you try to take to lead the team and set a tone?
Show the younger guys what to do. Let them know the right things to do and not to do. And pretty much just lead them to be better than what we are now.
Now, I got one last question for you. What's your favorite pregame meal? You had to pick one.
The shepherd's pie at the church that we eat at.
All right. This is Chase Spring with Jeremiah Goldman signing off.
All right, Greyhound Nation, it's time for our Coaching Spotlight segment. And tonight we got a special guest. He's one of the driving force behind this Greyhounds defense, leading the heart of the unit at the inside linebackers. Please welcome again our inside linebacker coach, Coach Kendall Davis. All right, Coach, glad to have you on the big game breakdown with us tonight. It is glad to be back, man. It's new season, new everything, but you still here, And so we just going to, brush up on you and get some questions and got you in your journey.
All right.
So, Coach, for the folks who watching who may not know your story, tell us a little bit about your football background. How did you ended up here back at Ocean Springs?
Back at Ocean Springs, man. Played high school ball here. Ended up going to South Alabama. Thought about walking on. Didn't really, put too much thought into it. Got the college life.
Yeah,
student life.
Yeah.
But then I ended up interning with sports medicine staff at USA. Came on back home after I graduated, man, and old Decato hit me up and was like, "Hey man, we got a coaching spot."
Sweet.
I said, "Oh,
Took it.
say less."
Took it, man, and killing it while you at it, man. So you coach the inside linebacker unit. The inside linebackers are often called the quarterbacks of the defense.
Yep.
How do you prepare your guys to read, react, and lead out there on the field?
Man, honestly, the biggest part about defense, especially in 7A, is getting lined up.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part. Getting lined up and then trusting your reads, your reads and play fast.
Yeah.
We don't want them thinking too much.
Right. So, what do you love most about coaching this particular group of Greyhounds?
Oh man, it's crazy to see these guys at this level. Especially the young ones.
Right.
I've known Brody for a while. Just about his whole life.
Right.
And then you see, you got Bryson, you got Santi coming up, who my wife actually taught in 5th grade.
That's crazy.
I had him in PE in 5th grade. And now they're here, man. It's just like,
finna leave.
God,
well, they ain't finna leave.
I mean, it's gonna go by so fast, man. Yeah. So I mean, it's a full circle moment.
Yeah.
I especially this group, I had all of them 4th through 6th grade.
Yeah.
The senior class, and going on down. So it's just crazy to see them at this age.
You still at the upper, right?
Yeah, I'm still there, man.
Upper,
Still holding on strong at the upper.
Hopefully, I'll be sending him to you not that long, man. All right, so the defense this season, Coach, the defense has made some big plays throughout the first half of the season.
Yeah.
What stood out to you about this unit growth and mentality so far?
Their mentality, man, they're strictly business.
Yeah.
We don't have the rah-rah guys that we've had in the past.
Right.
But we're going to get on the field, Coach. We got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't execute.
Blue-collar workers.
Yeah, man.
That's all they are.
I'm like on the sideline, turn it up.
Yeah, you
they
turn.
They like, all right, Coach.
You got all the energy, and they just like they just chill, like
they chilling.
Yeah, they business as usual. Who are some of the leaders or breakout guys in your locker room that fans should keep their eye on this for the rest of the season?
The obvious guys, especially on our side of the ball, Jacoby Bailey and Brody and Gabe Verga and honestly, man, keep your eye on Zero.
Yeah.
Of course, Aiden, all the household names, everybody knows those guys, but the ones Zero, Santi.
Santi is emerging.
Yes, it's clicking.
Yes.
Starting to
I
click.
seen it this week. I was like, at first I'm used to seeing 3 on all the tackles.
Right.
When I started seeing 0,
Yeah.
just solo tackles and
Yeah.
just game, I said, okay, Santi, he figuring this out.
Yeah, and they sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
Him and Bird both. Bryson, excuse me.
Yeah.
Him and Bryson, 27, Bryson
Yeah.
Hathorn. They're young and it's starting to click.
They
for
are,
them, man.
and that's good because you finna lose your 2 outside linebacker seniors this year.
And then Verga in the middle with them. So
it's a nice little setup, man.
yeah, we got
All
it
right.
going.
So, looking back at this big Biloxi win, what did your inside linebackers do well that made a difference in that game?
Man, they flowed.
Yeah.
They flowed. They didn't think. They played fast. They played hard.
Yeah.
And I can't be more proud of them, man. I want to say, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say Santi had 9 solos, and 3 assists for 12 tackles total.
Yeah.
And then Bryson had, I think, 11.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
6 and 5.
Young Bucks.
Verga, Verga was doing Verga.
Yeah.
He was in the mix with 8
5
or 9 tackles.
everywhere.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy because he ain't flashy. He gonna get where you gotta get.
He just him. I don't even think he talk. He just there. Shout out to Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe, man.
So as you look ahead to Gulfport, what would be the keys for your linebackers group to keep playing at a high level without giving anything away?
No, of course not. Don't think, man.
I know.
Trust it.
I trust the
Trust
process.
it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I was the same way. Turn it up. I was the same way, when I had the D line.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, we rep this.
Yeah.
We rep it and we rep it and we rep it. You know what you're supposed to be reading. You know what your keys are. Play fast.
Fat. Yeah. They lights out. I'm talking about they coming up laying that wood, man.
look.
All 4 linebackers
Coach Dillon said, man, these boys out here striking.
Yeah.
They striking.
We got a lot more defensive clips this week, this season. Like we post a lot of the defensive guys, and it's mainly the linebackers. Yeah.
This way, that way.
Yeah, just all up.
All right, I got you. All up in the mouth. All
right. Pause. Yeah, pause. No deal. So I forgot what I was saying, man. Yeah, so the guys are they swarming. Yeah.
Yeah, man, swarming the ball, man.
Yeah.
We tell them, trust everybody around you.
Yeah.
And play fast.
Yeah.
We want y'all to get to the ball. We want to swarm. We want to get as many guys there as possible.
Yeah. So every position group has its own vibe.
Yeah.
What's the personality of the linebackers like?
Man, head busters, man.
Yeah.
Head busters. They used to break down on breadwinners.
Yeah.
Breadwinners, When I stepped in, I joined the room, and I'm like, man, head busters.
Yeah.
Break it down on head busters, man.
Head
Play
busters.
fast, hit somebody, man.
And they are busting
Make them feel
heads.
it. Make them feel it when you
Yeah,
get there.
They are coming. Quick one for you, Coach. If you had to strap it up for one play today, could you still deliver a big hit in the middle?
Yeah, I probably got about one in me.
About one.
About one.
You better
Bingo.
save it.
I don't know how many snaps I got, but the hit.
You better save it,
I
man.
gotta get that hit out the way, man, quick.
You gotta save it there. If you got one left, you might want to save that, man.
Look, man, I ain't gonna try to lie to you, man. Getting old, man. Birthday coming up, man.
Yeah, I don't think I got nothing left in me. It's over with, man. It's over. I'm 42 Doug now, man. It's over with.
42?
Yeah, 42 Doug.
I'll be 32 tomorrow.
Oh, look at that. Hey, what's that? Check you out, man.
I'm getting
Happy
up there,
birthday.
man.
We're going to sing happy birthday
Nah,
to Coach.
man, we ain't got to do all that now.
All right, man. Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us tonight and giving the Greyhound Nation a closer look at the inside linebacker room and the energy and toughness that you are building in that defense is showing up every Friday night, you and Coach Dillard. We're excited to see what's next. Coach, appreciate you for coming through. As always, don't make this your last stop.
No, man.
You know?
No, man. I'm trying to come back, man.
Always.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
Most that we got to get it when we like how we had it with me, you, and Hiles. We just ain't had that quite dynamic this year
it'll
yet.
come.
I
It'll
don't
come.
think they want it no more after how we were last year. We showed our natural,
we kinda cut up a little
yeah, we
bit.
did, man.
Just a little bit.
We're going to get back right, though. It's going to be straight. We're going to figure it out, the ramifications behind it. But this was our coaching spotlight. But we're not done yet. Stick around. Coming up, me and Coach Bramlett are about to break down this week's matchup against the Gulfport Admirals. You don't want to miss it. But before we go, we got more players and senior spotlights coming up. Appreciate you, Coach.
For
and
sure,
happy
man.
early birthday,
Appreciate
man.
Appreciate that.
All right, take it away, Hunter.
Seneca Hampton, where you at, boss?
All right, we back, Coach. This is our final, segment of the night. This is
Moving quick.
yeah, we getting quick, man. We had a late start, so
I hadn't even got my wings yet.
I'm ready to get my food. I've been on thinking about them red beans all day.
That's all. You see those pork chops came
Yeah,
out
I'm
with?
ready. I'm looking. I'm over there looking. I'm trying to see if ain't nobody complaining, saying nothing bad. So
Oh, he done went through a roll of paper towels over there.
look at him sweating over there, man. Goodness. All right, so let's close the show out, man, and let's go over our keys to the game for this week's game against Gulfport. And as always, we're back with Coach Bramlett to close tonight's show. It's been a big night, a region win last week, and some great player spotlights, and now a huge matchup with the Gulfport Admirals on deck. Before we get out of here, what's your message to the nation, Greyhound Nation, as we head into Week 6?
I'm not going to say the nation, or Greyhound Nation, but it just more from the team aspect. But I think it goes to the community as well. Just don't let complacency slip in.
Yeah.
Don't ever let complacency determine what you're doing today, what you're waking up and thinking about the next day. And you got to wake up every day with an intent to be great. And that's what we're trying to do in our field house right now. And, no matter who's next, whether it be Gulfport, Oak Grove, Harrison Central, whoever, that's what we're working towards on Monday. That's what we're working towards on Tuesday. And that's the message I'm delivering to the field house. And And those guys are responding right now, and they're really soaking that in. And I'm very proud of the way that they're handling the day-to-day grind of getting ready and sharpening whatever tools they need to sharpen in order to, one, get to the playoffs and then make a run to playoffs. But first, it's about setting yourself up with your region play and your region record and trying to get that 1 seed. And we got a tough 3-week stretch. It's Biloxi, Gulfport, and D'Iberville, and then before our bye week. And I mean that's as tough of games as they get throughout a schedule. But we got Gulfport this week, and they know what Gulfport brings to the table. But it's been 100% about not letting complacency slip in and letting past success determine our future goals. I mean, no matter what happened last week, no matter what happened last year for the last 25 region games is what everybody wants to talk about, but that doesn't determine the success that's going to come on Friday. And our work throughout the week is going to determine, what happens at 10 o'clock Friday night and how we're feeling at that point. So that's what we do Monday through Thursday, and then come in Friday locked in. And those guys are taking that message and they're running with it right now. And our community they've always been great as far as coming out and supporting, but they need to understand these guys. Yes, they know all the extra stuff that goes on. They know all the region wins. They know all the streaks. They know what everybody expects from the past weeks. But this is different. We're 1-0 every week, and this is a whole community being 1-0 every week, and we're focused on exactly what we're going to do on Friday night. And quit ordering that food.
Yeah, I was trying to put that plate in while you were talking, man.
I was trying to string it out as long as I could for you, but I ran out of words.
Yeah, I got tired of waiting. I just, when she done, I wanted to just sit right here.
I tried to keep going for you, man, but that order took too long.
Yeah, it did, man. All right, so our keys to the game is to win at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be every week.
Yeah.
That one's going to be every week, but a special challenge to our offensive line this week of protecting your quarterback. Gulfport's very exotic in their blitz game, and I mean, I know their defense coordinator very well. Me and him went against each other for 3 years whenever he was a defense coordinator here and I was offense coordinator. I know him very well, but I always know that he plans for knowing me very well too, and he's going to show us something different. And the biggest thing is keep your quarterback on your feet.
Right.
Keep your quarterback on his feet and let him do his thing. And then in the run game is establish some dominance up front. But that it's a big time 7-8 ball game. There's going to be some back and forth. There's going to be times they have a big tackle for loss, but it's overcoming and the next play going out and doing your job and making sure we put ourselves back in the position to score. And then defensively, it's don't give up the easy play. Mm-hmm. Make them work for everything they got. It's don't let the back slip out of the backfield. Don't let somebody pop open on an easy little trick play that they've been working all week. They're gonna have something for us on the defensive side where something that they've probably been working since February. Mm-hmm. And you can't let the easy one behind you where they just throw a ball up, a guy runs under it and walks in the end zone. Don't give up that easy play. Make them work for everything they're getting. No easy scores there. And then the special teams aspect, win special teams. Yeah. Win special teams. Win that phase of the game. Make one of our wins come there, and then we'll figure out the offense or defense side of it, whether it be scoring a lot of points or holding them to very little points or whatever it is. But you win 2 out of those 3, you're going to come out on top on the scoreboard. So we're wanting special teams to do that every week so that offense or defense, one, can figure it out on their side.
Coach, so as we go back and we get ready to look at this game on Friday and we take away from this home game, this is where in the schedule where the things are starting to get the thick of the schedule is really starting. Like our next 3 weeks are gauntlets still.
Yeah, I mean our first 7, I'll call it our first 7 games were. I mean everybody's got great records from the teams we played. Outside of Pasco's only got one win right now, but it's a football team that's got 2 to 3 SEC athletes and 2 or 3 more Division I athletes that were playing great football, especially when we played them. We've had a tough 5-game stretch, but these 3 are the ones that matter. And you come off of Picayune, and Picayune was a war, man. Yeah. That was a back and forth, offensively, defensively, whatever you want to call it. Our defense was banged up on Monday. Offense didn't feel great about themselves. I mean, they felt great about what they did on Friday, but as far as walking in on Monday, that was a tough weekend.
They were fighting over the ice tub,
and we put all of them in the ice tub that Monday, and it was. I mean, they've been through the battles right now, and that's one thing I do feel good about this team about is usually we've had Picayune on our schedule for the last 3 years now. Well, we usually get a bye week after Picayune and have that time to rest and recoup and get ready for this region run that we want to have. And this time we didn't. Right. We had 4 days.
Yeah. And
Biloxi was walking in the house. So that's what really worried me this past week. And I think you had tried to walk into my office at one point, and I was, for lack of better words, hiding under my desk just because I was tired of people walking in my office asking if, are we good? And I'm like, I'm going to lay under my desk and act like I'm asleep until people quit walking in my office. But – I was feeling it for those guys. Yeah. It'd been a long week and a half, and they went out and handled business that Friday night against Biloxi. But I mean, it is a stretch for 2 more weeks, and then we'll get our bye. We'll get time to get rested up, get healed up. But they got 2 battles in front of them that are not going to come easy. It's one Gulfport coming into your house, and I feel really good about all the teams in our district right now. Everybody's playing really well, but everybody counts that as kind of like the 1 and 2. Like, is this going to decide the region? What's it going to do? This, that, and another. Well, I mean, all of us think about that as well. Like, we need to win this ball game in order to set ourselves for a 1 seed. And then you turn around to Iberville next week that everybody this year is thinking the same thing about them. So we're knocking some heavy hitters out right there at the first 3 ball games, and you need to come out on top. Right. You need to have great performances. You need to go out there, and you need to come out healthy too, so you can be ready for the next one. And then you get the bye week, and then you get to go on the final stretch with a West Harrison team that's 5-0 right now, and a St. Martin team that's 4-1. And I mean, it's some tough ball games ahead, but very looking forward to getting these 2 over with, get to the bye week, getting healthy for a little bit.
Hey, I try to tell folks the coach got something to say, man. This ain't the old coach football from the last 20-something years. Like,
no, there's some people playing football down here. The Region 4 has gotten a lot better over the last 4 to 5 years, whatever it is. But this year it's starting to show up a little bit, and you're starting to see teams that are beating other really good football teams outside of our region, and there's 2 undefeated teams in our region outside of us that just hadn't lost a game, and now they'll match up this weekend. Somebody's gonna come out of that one with a loss, but kind of see what those 2 teams are made of. But there's one really good players in our region too. You got the Stapleton kid at West Harrison, and then you got the Wally kid at the Iberville, and I'm sure the linebackers coming back real soon. They got a great defensive front, and then Gulfport's running back got offered by Auburn the other day. I mean, that's high quality football going on down here.
Shout out to Crosby, man. That's big. Man.
I mean, that's a big time offer, and happy for anybody down here gets that offer. I mean, that kid. I mean, that's great for him. That's a dream come true.
Wasn't he committed already to Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajun?
Yeah, I think he was committed to Lafayette, but my commitment wouldn't be quite as strong after an Auburn offer. But
better
that's
come
just
with some
me.
money on. Come with that chochos, man.
Lafayette's a great program, but I mean, when you get that kind of offer, it's hard to turn down.
SEC, and then he got his boy that just graduated from there. That's in the league, Detrick Hall.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, I mean that. But no, Gulfport's going to be it's going to be a physical football game, and it always is. And 2 years ago, I think the score did not depict how the game actually went. That ball game went into the fourth quarter 9-7. I think it was 8 minutes left in the ball game. It was still 9-7, and it ends up getting stretched out a little bit and we get the win there. And then last year it was 7-0 or 7-3 going into the half, and ends up 20-3. I mean, those are ball games that were really, really tight until a last score right there at the end of the fourth quarter and get stretched out a little bit. I mean, we've had 2 very physical ball games the last 2 years. I don't expect anything less this year. Obviously, we'd like to see a few more points put on the board, but any offensive coach is going to say that.
Yeah, we went 3/4 zips this week.
What's that?
So we went 3/4 zips this week.
I'll zip that thing all the way down my belly button if it guarantees a win. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I got a picture from a group message. We starting a little trend.
Yeah.
You just let me know if this thing focuses in, and the coach from Bay High may kill me on this one.
Shout out to Cat.
Yeah, Catlin may kill me on this one, but I want to show the trend we're starting here. Now he's even got the same shirt on, man. I mean, look at this.
Oh, boy.
Like, Catlin's showing off the chest now. He's got the quarter zip Under Armour on. He's ready to roll.
He ain't got the chest hair out, do he? He probably got. He's like he wax guy. Go to Hot Works.
I mean, it's got. No offense, Catlin. Got to look like your head, man. You can't have more hair on the chest and more hair on the head. So.
Love you, Coach. But we picked your chest to look like your head.
Hopefully, it didn't take that long to focus in on it.
I swear.
Or we just showed it for that long.
Yeah.
I'll show you, Bingo.
Oh yeah.
You can get to see it, but no, we have a good laugh over that, and that's where I'm gonna keep wearing them as long as people keep laughing about it, because I'm gonna do my own thing. But no, we'll zip it down to the belly button if we need to this week. I may buy the whole coaching staff one. They can zip that thing down too.
That's too funny, man. All right, Coach, man, we're finna go and close it out, man. Greyhound Nation, that was a wrap-up of another week of the Big Game Breakdown. Big shout-out to our sponsors for making this show possible. Singing River Connect, Unique Collision, Lady Maid Boutique, Glory Bound Gyro. God, boy, I'm going to get it next day. Gyro Company.
I thought Yeet in with it.
And the Garage. Now it's all eyes on Friday night at the PEP, the Ocean Spring Greyhounds versus the Gulfport Admirals. A huge region battle with a lot on the line. Let's pack the stands as usual. Bring the energy, and let's make Hugh Pepperfield the loudest place on the coast this Friday night. For Coach Bramlett, I'm Seneca Hampton. We'll see you under the Friday Night Lights. And Greyhound Nation, let's go get it. 1-0 every week. All in, be remembered.